just grab one block. So a couple blocks and an exercise band. I try to keep this class pretty minimal equipment because I know exercise equipment is in scarce supply right now. So go ahead and grab a band and then 2 blocks. Again, if you don't have blocks, books work. Something that you can elevate your hand up on. And we'll get started in a moment. Let some people log on. Hopefully everyone is safe and doing well. And we'll just get started in a moment. So if you have any questions about mobility or stretching, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below and I will address it pretty quickly, hopefully. My name is Amy of Mastro Stretch. I'm a personal trainer and also a stretch therapist, and I'm combining the best of my knowledge of both to bring you this mobility class, and hopefully you get something out of it. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to warm up our joints. So we're going to do some isometric contractions for our joints to get those joints prepped for our movement practice today. So you can stand or have a seat. We're going to start with our neck and basically just tighten up a little bit of your whole body and then do some joint circles. So we're going to drop the chin down, circle all the way around, and over to the side, and repeat that. So creating that isometric contraction, your own resistance, as we do 2 circles in one direction and 2 circles in the other direction. And at any point you feel any pain when we do this, you skip over it. So if something hurts a little bit, you skip over it. All right, get in the neck. Now let's get the shoulder blades. The movement comes from the shoulder blades here. So you're going to tighten the arms, lift the shoulder blades up to the ears, move the shoulder blades together like you're squeezing a pencil, move them down, and make them come apart from each other. So basically do a circle with the shoulder blades. The arms are straight. And then reverse that action. A lot of times our shoulder blades are pretty sticky. They don't want to move well. So this is a simple thing to do to help get more and better movement in the shoulder blades. All right, let's do thoracic area. So this area, we're pinning the hips down, so we're only moving through the middle of the back. So you're going to go into a little back bend. Again, 2 times in each direction. And switch it. And try not to lead with the head. You're leading with this movement or this area. Okay, let's get into some hip stuff. So come onto all 4s. And then try not to shift your hip left to right. Shift your hips or your weight. Stay strong and straight in the arms. Leg comes out. Rotate that leg up. Kick towards your butt. And then reverse that action out to the side and down. So again, try not to lean too much. So as you're doing this, you don't want to go like this or bend the elbows. Stay strong and create that tension in your own body, the isometric contraction as you're doing this. So apply some resistance. Visualize that inner thigh lengthening as you do the hip circles. Switch sides, out to the side, rotate, squeeze your foot towards your butt, out to the side, and down. It's completely normal if one side is a little tighter than the other. Good. All right. Let's do some arms. So you're going to come down onto your belly. Let's see. Let me turn this way. Might be a little better to see. Hands behind the head. This is, I'll do both both versions, hand behind the head, and then extend the arms out, rotate, and then place the hands on the lower back. Extend up, rotate, and down. So that was for the Instagram peeps, so you can see that a little bit better. And then for YouTube, this might be a better option. See. All right, let's get those ankles. So hug one knee into your chest, tighten up a little bit, and do 2 circles in each direction with your ankles. Try not to move the lower leg when you do this. So a couple times in each direction. And then switch sides. Thanks for joining, guys. We're going to do a little mobility class here. We're warming up our joints right now with some cars, if you're familiar with that. Okay, so we're nice and warmed up. Let's get to it. We're going to go into some core first. So we're going to do some mobility moves. Then we're going to do some strength moves. So go ahead and step forward with one leg. And then bring your arm up. And we're going to go to the side. So this is going to improve the elasticity of your tissue. So we're going 1 second stretches. You only go to a point of a slight stretch, never a deep stretch. So go ahead and grab your wrist and you're going directly to the side. We're doing this 20 times. Oh, might be a little balance too. And good, switch sides. So again, only to the point of a slight stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now come into side plank. If you're just joining, you're going to need 2 blocks and a band. So go ahead and grab your equipment. Side plank. Any variation of side plank. Bring your hand behind the head and crunch down towards your hand. So you obviously don't have to go all the way to the ground. Only what you feel safe. You can crisscross the legs. That will help with balance. You can even bend the knee, drop down, and do a modified version like this. So any version of a side plank. And really think about this shoulder staying away from your ear, pushing it down into the floor, and strong in the shoulder blade area. So really think about the muscles around the shoulder blade contracting and supporting you as you do this movement. Good, now switch sides. So I'm going to turn so you can see the shoulder blade. Think about that shoulder blade lengthening as you go down. So hand behind the head, and it's separating, right? So it's lengthening as you're crunching down. And then come all the way back up. Stack those shoulders. Get full range of motion. Your rep range, I'm going 12. So whatever feels good for you guys, feel free to do 5, 10, 20, whatever number you want. Whatever you're feeling energetic, do more. If you're a beginner, do less. So whatever your body's telling you to do, do it. Go ahead and come on all fours, lift the knees, and then you're going to pivot, kick your leg through, draw your arm back, and then switch. So kick through, draw the arm back. And again, here, the shoulder has to really stabilize. You're getting a good twist, athletic movement here. If this is difficult for you, break it down. Just do the leg movement. Twist and kick through. Twist and kick through. And then worry about the arms later. One more. Good. All right. So getting into our core exercises. Round two. So come into that kneeling position. One leg forward, one leg back. Arm comes up, elasticity training, 20 times. Switching sides. Again, if you're a beginner, maybe you do 10. Maybe you don't do 20 of these. Because all this stuff can make you sore. And so you really want to be able to move and do things tomorrow and the next day. So don't go get real aggressive with this stuff if you're new to it. Great. Okay, side plank. Lifting up, hand behind the head, and coming down. Try to breathe through your nose. Last one here. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Let me clarify that. When you're exercising, still try to inhale and exhale through your nose. You want to do as little mouth breathing as possible, so you get more oxygen to your body. All right, here we go. Round two. Last one. Good. All right, come on down. Let's go into our little kick through. I don't know what to call this. So coming on all fours. Lift the knees up a little bit, and then you're going to pivot and kick through, draw the arm back, and then switch. Kick through, draw the arm back. So I think this is a little bit of like animal flow type stuff. I've seen it. I know a little bit about that. So if you guys follow that or into that, you might be familiar with this movement. Last one. on down. Go ahead and grab your blocks, guys, and your bands. Push-up time. So real important, if you have, to get a little more out of your push-ups, to build strength and a bigger range of motion, elevate your hands up. If you just have one block, that's fine. You can alternate. You can do like 5 and 5 or, you know, whatever. Do one set one time and then the next set the other time. But first, let's loosen up the chest. Again, I'm a big fan of the elasticity training. It works. So let's loosen up the tissue, train it how we want it to respond, and then strengthen. So bring your hands, thumbs facing back. Again, push back only to a slight stretch. Let's bring you back. Push back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10. 19 and 20, and then go into your push-up. So any elevation, I would recommend if you're just starting with elevation, go a little shorter. If you've been doing this for a while, push-ups for a while, then try a little higher. I'm going to do the negative on my toes, and then push up on my knees. So slow and way down. Come to the knees, push up. So if you can rock out both, awesome. Go ahead and do that. And do as many as you can comfortably with good form. Getting the shoulders down and back. Engaging the back, engaging the glutes, engaging the abs. The head does not touch before anything else. So the neck stays in line with the spine. Do as many as you feel comfortable. Good. And now let's strengthen the reverse opposite muscle. Grab your band, arms straight out in front of you. Negative planks. Yes, negative planks. Absolutely. Good stuff. All right, so just stretch it back. So now we're strengthening the opposing muscle. Back of the shoulders. 2, 3, 4. Keep the shoulders down and back. Engage the lats. So under here, engage that to pull those shoulders down. Try for 20 times. Okay, that's annoying me a little bit. There we go. Good. Now, well, I started feeling something weird there. I was feeling some tension in here. I've had some neck injuries, like whiplash and that type of stuff. So I have some neck stuff, and sometimes it acts up. So with that movement, I was feeling it in the front here. So what I did is I shortened that range of motion, because if you're not feeling it in the back where you should be feeling it, you need to modify the exercise so you start to get that muscle turned on, so you start to feel it where you should feel it. So I would shorten that range of motion to see if I could work that out a little bit better. Let's go back to the top, our elasticity training. So we're going to loosen up that chest again. My throat's a little dry. Now push back. Again, aim to stretch out the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Back to our push-ups. So we loosen it up. Now we're going to strengthen it. All right, full range of motion here. Booty's a little tight, abs are a little tight. Engage again. Engage through here, puff up through your back a little bit as you lower down. It's nice, I can check my form. I can look in the video and see how my form is. So these are significantly harder than regular push-up. And if you have long arms, they're harder too, just like pull-ups. If you have long arms, they're a lot harder. That lever is longer. Pull-ups are my nemesis. But I love doing them. And unfortunately, the gyms have been closed for way too long. And I haven't done a pull-up in forever. A couple of months, I guess going on 3 months. So it's going to be starting over when that happens. There'll definitely be some assisted pull-ups happening when the gym's open. All right, get your band. Let's go into working the rear delts. Who out there? Give me a thumbs up if you're missing the gym. Missing the gym, missing your pull-ups. Give me a thumbs up if you like a pull-up. All right, pull those shoulders down and bring it back. 2, 3, 5. Yes. I got some people missing the gym and they like their pull-ups. Oh, give me a biceps curl. That's the one, right? The little emoticon. Give me the strong emoticon if you're missing your pull-ups. Okay, so that time it worked a lot better. I didn't feel this little crankiness here. And so the rear delts were activating better for me that time. So that's awesome. Moving on, let's move into some legs. So hip flexors are typically weak on people and short. So they're usually tight. So we're gonna loosen those up and then get into some leg stuff. So go ahead and come up into a crescent lunge position. If you're on a thick mat, I recommend moving off so you don't have to worry about balance. So this is a favorite one of mine. Back leg stays pretty straight, so we're not going to bend the knee. But the same token, if you feel anything in your knee, as I will on my left side, let me make sure, actually I'm going to start on my left side. I'll probably start with my knee bent because I feel so much tension there. Pretty straight in here. And again, elasticity training. 1 second stretches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you should be feeling the back leg, the front of the hip, some stretching going on there. I feel it in my knee because I have some knee stuff going on. And so there's a lot of tension there. So I'm very, very careful. I only go to that point with a slight stretch. "20 times and then switch sides. So I feel very unstable on that side today. So I'm taking it very cautiously, very deliberately. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So feeling this, go in the front of the hip, stretching out the hips, hip flexor. And I like I'm holding on the wall, so I don't have to worry about balance too much. Always good to work on the balance though. Good. Okay, speaking of balance time. So now we stretch that out. We're going to strengthen the hip flexors. So again, if you're on a cushioning mat, might come off that. And I want you to lift the leg up. Let's point the toe, extend the leg out, bring it in, out to the side. And let's repeat. Here, here, and out. If you're struggling with balance, work on it a little bit, but have something nearby you can hold on to. Even if you put 2 fingers on it. So this is good for strengthening hip flexors. Will be very challenging for many, I believe. One more time. Without slouching, too. So I'm going to actually turn to the side so you can see this side. If you have a bend in the leg, That means your hips aren't stabilizing you. You require that your quad is doing the work to stabilize you. Up, extend, out to the side. All right, so I actually have a slight bend in the knee. And out to the side. Try for 12. Again, however many you want to do. Just do something, right? Okay. Now, I'm sure you have a chair nearby, couch, whatever. You're going to bend over a little bit. And now we're going to work the back of the leg. So again, the opposite muscles, we're going to hit glutes and hamstrings a little bit. So let's extend the leg up, curl with intention, extend the leg out and down. Up, curl, out, down. So when you're doing that curl, create your own resistance. And try to keep those hips pretty square. There we go, that's a little bit better for me. I was hiking that hip up a little bit. So if your toes are pointing out, instead of down, let's go 2 more, then your hip is hiked a little. Great, switching sides. All right, extend, curl with intention. Now, if you have weights, ankle weights or whatever, rock it if you want to. Put them on, do some of this stuff. I have quite a few bands and I have the door jam. So the door jam really makes a difference, and I actually have the little ankle things too for the bands. But I figured most people don't have those, but if you do, you can hook this up to your door jam and loop them around the ankles and get some resistance that way. All right, let's try 3 more here. Great, good. Okay, so let's move away from the chair and go back to our elasticity conditioning. Again, crescent lunge. If you do yoga, crescent lunge. Second time, you're going to notice it loosens up a lot. The tissue is warmer. 1, 2, 4. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, and 20. Switch legs. Okay, I felt a lot more stable in that one this time. And 20, excellent. Hip flexors. Find that balance. Leg comes up, extend out. Bring it in, rotate out. Okay, I used to not be able to do this. My hip flexors, this would kill in yoga. I mean, as long as I remember. I played basketball growing up, but I did try out to be a cheerleader. I did not make it. I was terrible. And I remember when some of the cheerleaders would sit on the floor and then lift their legs up, like, you know, using their hip flexors. So they press their hands down and lift their legs up. Couldn't do it. I could not do it. And even in yoga, if you've ever taken a yoga class where they do this, was not able to do it well. It was so hard. Okay, switch sides. And try to keep the other leg straight. Rely on your hips and glutes to stabilize. So funny, I want to bend the knee. When my leg extends out, I so want to bend this knee. Okay, back to the chair. Extension, glutes and hamstrings. Extend the leg, curl it in. Switching sides. Again, with intention. Create that contraction by using your own resistance. Okay, move that chair aside. Grab a little water if you need it. My throat is very parched today. Talking, teaching, and exercising. Okay, last little bit here. If you have any stretches you want to do at the end, let me know. Leave a comment if you want to, any specific stretches for you guys. So now we're, again, fascial conditioning, elasticity conditioning. You're going into this spiral. So I'm big on the fascial lines. So now we're going to train the spiral line. First part is a kick across the body, okay? Kick across the body. All right, so see if you can do that. This is a little bit of a coordinated one. Then take your opposite arm, twist down. And that again. 1 second. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to reach 8, 9, whatever feels good. This one feels good. You might feel it down the IT band, QL, lower back area, hip. Good. Switch sides. One side might be really awkward. See, awkward side. Great, now let's work the spiral line with some exercises. Toes stay straight. I want you to take a step back laterally, keep it back, and then turn. I'm gonna do a leg lift here. Here, turn with a leg lift. I'm on that cushioning mat. Step back, turn, leg lift. Back, turn, leg lift. So you should feel a bit of a stretch in the front leg and the back of the front, inside front leg. You can take the leg lift out of it if you're struggling with the balance a little bit. Obviously, I am. One more on the side. Up, and then switch sides. So toes stay forward. Take a step back, shift your weight, turn, whoop, balance, and leg lift. And back, turn, leg lift. Hands can be anywhere, whatever helps you with balance. And good. All right, now grab your band. If you have weights here, that's awesome. Use your weights instead if you have a weight. But you're just going to grab your band to create a little resistance. And then take a step to the side, twist, step in, rotate. So down and up. So if you have a weight, grab the weight on the ends and do this. It'll be far more effective. Okay, switch sides. Here, and rotate. Almost like you're making an X. Last one. And good. All right. Bring that down. Let's go back to the spiral line elasticity training. All right, here we go. The awkward one. Kick through and rotate at the same time. 2, 3, 4. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 19, and 20. Switching sides. Great, okay. Now let's go into that lunge. Stepping forward, lunge back, come forward, leg lift. My crunchy. Last one. Up and switching sides. Thumbs up. Thank you. Last one. Great. Okay, take that band or the weight, if you have weight, preferably. And let's do our spiral line exercise. So take steps to the side, rotate down, rotate up. Last one, switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And last one. Okay, guys. We are finished. We are finished. Let's go through a quick stretch. So just grab your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and then pull the arms away. Create some resistance. Lift the chest, lift the head, and relax. Create the resistance, repeat. And relax. And one more. And relax. Good. Bring the soles of the feet together. Use your legs or use your arms for resistance. Squeeze your legs up. Keep squeezing the legs while you push into them and resist. Play tug of war with yourself as you go into the stretch. And then back up and repeat. One more time, up. Play tug of war with yourself and go into that stretch. Good. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for logging in. As you all know, liking, commenting, sharing, saving, and subscribing to my channel, both on Instagram, MastroStretch, or YouTube, Amy Mastrogiuseppe. Subscribing is very, very important. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube account, please do so. It's, again, Amy Mastrogiuseppe. You can also probably search MastroStretch, and that will come up. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram, please do at MastroStretch. And again, like, share, save. All these things really do matter in the small business space. So please do that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay safe. And until Thursday, 10:15, foam roll and stretch. And we're focusing on lower back this week. So hope to see you then. Bye.